Hello and welcome to this new section on AI-driven audit and controls in this course, AI for Risk Management and Compliance Excellence, and the first lecture of this section. So in this lecture, we will help you learn in some good depth about how can you drive excellence in AI through AI-driven audits and controls. And the first thing that we will talk about is how can you use RPA, Robotic Process Automation, and AI for intelligent control testing. And what that is, we will talk to you about as we go forward. So how do you think you can use robotic process automation for intelligent control testing to review 100% of transactions for auditing, just not the samples, and that making your audits more thorough and less prone to oversights? Any thoughts? See, combining robotic process automation with artificial intelligence enables what is called intelligent control testing. That allows organizations to automatically review 100% of the transactions instead of just samples. And this transforms internal audits, compliances, and financial controls by making them real time, exhaustive, and smarter, and thus reduces manual effort and human oversight simultaneously. So that's the benefit of using RPA plus AI. Now, why use intelligent control testing? When you do traditional audits, you test a small percentage of transaction for compliance and controls, right? Approval limits, policy violations, etc., etc. Now, intelligent control testing powered by RPA plus AI enables automated control checks on every transaction. Context-aware anomaly detection based on the context situation, it detects anomalies, and it has what is called self-updating control based on the risk learning. So that's why you should use intelligent control testing. Those are the advantages of intelligent control testing powered by RP and AI, right? Right. So let's take a look at the steps that. So before we take a look at how can we use RPA and AI for the purpose of audit controls, let's look at why combine them in a little more detail. So, the RPA has the capabilities of rule-based automation where AI and ML doesn't have, and combinedly, they have the power to automate known control checks. Now, RPA by itself cannot do the pattern recognition where AI can do, and as a result of that, when you combine them, they can detect unknown or evolving risks. Additionally, RPA doesn't have any capabilities in NLP, natural language handling, whereas AI/ML can do through NLP. And combinedly, they can analyze documents, contracts, and memos. And AI/ML has judgment-based decision, whereas RPA cannot do that. And combinedly, they can flag exceptions, recommend actions, etc., etc. So combinedly, they have a lot more power than individually each one of them have. So let's take a look at the steps on how to use RPA plus AI for 100% transaction testing using this intelligent control testing. Let's take a look at that. Right. So you need to begin by, identifying critical controls for automated testing. And some of these examples are like hierarchy approval, expenses more than, $10,000 need director sign off, so approval hierarchy. Then duplicate invoices, payments or purchase orders that you could look at identifying as critical controls. Out of policy spends, gifts greater than $100. Journal entry posted without backups, right? And vendor onboarding without due diligence. So these are some examples of critical controls for automated testing, and you could choose to add or delete from this list more depending on your context, your environment in your company, and the issues that you have there. Then you need to build the AI component for intelligent risk or anomaly detection. And how do you do that? So you can use AI and ML to detect transaction anomalies, and the applications you can use are like an auto encoders, isolation forest, NXG boost, For textual inconsistencies, you could use NLP on invoices, memos, and contracts. For entity risk scoring, you could use supervised machine learning models for vendor and customer risk analysis. And to control effectiveness trends, to see control effectiveness trends, you could look at time series models and feedback learning. Now, you need to train these models, obviously, and what are the things you need to train on? You need to train on historical exceptions. You need to use control breach incidents and labeled audit results. So these are the things you can use to build the AI component and train your AI component accordingly. Then you use RPA bots to extract, test, and log transactions. And how do you do that? So you can do the data extraction by pulling data from ERP, CRM, or finance system. You can build the control rule execution. You can do that execution by checking each transaction against thresholds. You can also do ML model execution by passing data to AI model and receive the risk scores. You can flag exceptions using RPA bots to create tickets, notify control owners, and generate audit trail to save evidence, screenshots, and logs. Now, what are the tools that you can use for this purpose? You can use UiPath automation anywhere, uh, Power Automate, Blue Prism, and how can you do the ML integration? You can use through Python scripts, REST APIs, AWS SageMaker, and Azure Machine Learning ML. So that's how you can use RPA bots to extract, test, and log transactions. Then you are ready to analyze, prioritize, and visualize exceptions, and there you can use AI to group exceptions by root cause or severity and score exceptions for audit prioritization and detect recurring control weaknesses. And your dashboard can include things like exception heat maps, risk trends over time, and control effectiveness by department. So, like this, you can analyze, prioritize, and visualize exceptions. Then you need to do the continuous learning with through feedback loops to improve controls. And typically the cycle goes like this: auditors, investigators tag false images and true positives. Then AI model retrains to reduce noise, and the control logic can be updated based on the recurring list. And this creates a self-improving control environment, right? So that's how the continuous learning happens through positive feedback, positive and corrective feedback loops. Let's take a look at a sample architecture of using RPA bots and AI together. So you have this ERP system or a finance system. There you use RPA bot to extract transaction, execute rules, and then you have AI engines to score transaction, detect anomalies, go back to RPA bots to flag and report exceptions, log results, and then you have dashboards, audit trails, and case management. So it's a wonderful case of a team management between RPA bots and AI engines, isn't it? Passing to each other and scoring. Let's take a look at an example of accounts payable audit. So there, if the control on duplicate invoice check, if you want to exercise, the traditional audit will sample 20 invoices, and RPA plus AI can scan 100% of the invoices every day. For approval of limit compliance, traditional audit will do manual lookups. RPA and AI can do automated lookups in real time. For vendor bank change verification, you do sample check in traditional ways, and in RPA and AI model, you can use anomaly detection and LNP together to do the vendor bank change verification. For expense policy violation, for example, traditionally you would do the manual match to policy, whereas in RPA and AI, you could do auto check with AI. So these are some examples of accounts payable audits. Now, what are the results of doing that? You have 95% accuracy in the case that I'm illustrating, 80% reduction in manual control review time. So win-win. More accuracy, lesser time. What more can you ask? Can you? So, what are the benefits of intelligent control testing for with RPA and AI? You have full population testing. You can do full population testing because of the automation. And result of that is zero blind spots. You don't leave any blind spots. You can do faster audits with the continuous control, not periodic checks. You have lower compliance risk because you catch issues early. And you have improved audit quality, which is objective, consistent, and traceable. And you reduce human error and fatigue. Bots never skip record; they do everything 100% as instructed. And you have adaptive risk-based testing because AI prioritizes real threats. So it's a case in which you have great benefits of using intelligent control testing with RPA and AI. What are the tools and tech stack that you can use? So for RPLA, as we said earlier, you could use AI Path Automation Anywhere, Power Automate. For AI ML model, you could use Python, Scikit-learn, XGBoost, TensorFlow, AutoML. For integration APIs, you could use REST, MLflow, Flask API, Azure Functions. For data inputs, you could use SAP, Oracle, NetSuite, Workday, QuickBooks, and for visualization, Power BI, Tableau, Click, and Graph. So those are, layer by layer tools and stack technology that you can use. So let's look at additionally how can handle exceptions using this technology. So if your risk score is low, you could auto approve and keep a log only. With medium risk, you could route to human reviewer, and with high risk, you can escalate, block transactions, and initiate workflow. Right. So what do we do next? So in the next lecture, we will take a look at the second element of AI-driven audits and controls of using the text mining. We will look at how can we use text mining in audit trails and communication logs to review 100% of the transaction, just not the samples, and making audits more thorough and less prone to oversight. So thank you so much for watching this first AI-driven audit and control lecture. In this course, AI for Risk Management and Compliance Excellence. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy. And I do look forward to see you again at the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.